Yeah, firefighters are on alert for any events that could spark a potential fire.
Yeah, that's what happened to a Sky Lantern Festival that was scheduled to take place this fall. Sacramento Metro Fire Department says that it sent a letter to the promoters of the festival informing them that those sky lanterns are dangerous and they're illegal. The venue holding the event canceled it. A Case Area 3 investigation uncovered dozens of complaints from across the country made to the Better Business Bureau. Michelle Bandura explains why people are upset with this light festival. Michelle.
Most of the complaints from Boston to Alabama, Texas, and Belize can come together to have an uplifting, positive, and unforgettable experience. The Sacramento Metro Fire Department says this is not the place for that kind of experience.
Anything with fire going up in the sky is not okay.
Captain Parker Wilburn says they've received complaints from the public about the fire danger of Sky Lanterns festivals. Rice paper bags with an open flame inside that lift into the air.
Putting a floating paper bag that's on fire in the air would not be acceptable given our fire threat, our wildfire threat in the California area, especially in Sacramento where you have vegetation that bumps directly into homes in most of our county. It's not okay.
The fire department sent letters to the Sacramento Raceway, the venue, and the Lights Festival promoters, informing them they are prohibited from using sky lanterns or any other similar style devices.
We do not allow them. We will not allow them.
A spokesperson for the Sacramento Raceway says they are in no way affiliated with the promoters of the event, and once they heard from fire officials, they canceled it and took it off their calendar. But the Utah promoter never replied to the fire department, and we found many ads on social media where the Lights Festival is still actively selling $68 and $78 tickets for the October Sacramento show.
And unfortunately, with this company in question, we're seeing a lot of red flags and a lot of negative activity.
In fact, Josh Planos with the Better Business Bureau says the BBB has received so many complaints from Massachusetts to Texas and California, the company has an F rating.
But when the opportunity doesn't exist or the opportunity is ultimately canceled, it can be very devastating for folks who might not know that the situation is actually canceled before they fork over their personal and their payment information.
Just a number of things that could go wrong. Bottom line, in the state of California, lanterns are illegal. We do not allow them. We will not allow them.
Well, I did find a refund policy if the event is canceled. Ticket holders are told to email the festival, but many of those BBB complaints said the promoter never replied to their requests to get their money back, and that's what could happen in this situation here because they still are advertising and still selling tickets to this event. Plano says the company never answered the BBB either, and again, the Sacramento event is canceled at the Raceway. I've reached out to that promoter from emails to social media sites, even on his LinkedIn account, and I've heard nothing back the past 2 days.
Wow. So yeah, you mentioned that they are still selling tickets to this event. So what should people do when it comes to buying tickets for these types of festivals?
Well, Planos with the BBB says there just are some red flags that you need to look for. Even though the Lights Festival has a working website and social media sites with an email address, there's no phone number. He says legitimate businesses have phone numbers, and he warned the prices for this kind of festival are pretty low. The BBB always encourages people to file a complaint in these types of situations to help other consumers, which is what we found in this case, people from Alabama, Boston, even Barstow complaining about this type of festival not giving refunds.
Right. Well, it's not even just those tickets. It's airfare, travel expenses, hotels. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this that people spend money on. So.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Michelle.